Hello, I'm Sue Hayward, founder of the Children of Watamu charity. I visited Watamu for the first time in the year 2000. My dad had died very suddenly the year before, and I was grieving. I was an adult, of course I was, but I was still a child that was grieving for her dad. And my husband Dave, he brought me here to Kenya to get over the sadness and the grieving, and help me to understand how life would be without my dad. Before we came, we had a small hotel in Blackpool and we were cooking breakfast. And I said to Dave one day before we came, oh, I wish God had a little job for me to do, something where I could look forward and ease the pain of the grieving. And we just cuddled and smiled, and he said, come on, when we've been on holiday, we'll be fine again. So we came to Kenya, we landed in Mombasa airport after an overnight flight. And my Dave doesn't travel well. It's like a white knuckle ride to Dave, he's flying. So we landed in Mombasa and found the Thomas Cook rep, told him that we were staying in the African Dream Village, the hotel was called, at Malindi. He checking his list. No, you're in Turtle Bay in Watamu. Never heard of it. But Thomas Cook had made a mistake. So anyway, it was the same standard of hotel, and off we went to Turtle Bay Beach Club Hotel. After 2 or 3 days, we went for a walk down the beach and walked into the village and saw a little broken down school. Kids were sat on the floor counting with stones, and it was the year 2000. And we went to Malindi, we got public transport down to Malindi, and we bought paper, pencils, exercise books, just to make a teacher's job possible, really. And then we came home after the holiday and we put a bottle on the bar. And within that year, through friends and visitors and customers, we raised £600. Well, the only place I wanted was to come back to Watamu. And so we came back with the £600 that I had on elastic, and we got 34 of those little bottoms off the floors and at desks. And that's when I knew I could make a difference to the lives of children. So we moved on, we carried on working. In 2006, I registered a charity, the Children of Watamu, with the Charity Commission in London. And that school, we developed it. We put a library in with 50,000 books. We had 25 computers, ready, willing and able to change lives through education. Both which we made community projects where people could go for taster sessions of computers and borrow the books to read at home. So it was a great success, and we turned that school into a nursery, a primary and a secondary school where there were 700 children in full-time education, and nearly 300 of those were sponsored by kind people. As the years went over, I realised there was a need for somewhere for children who'd been abandoned, who'd lost parents, who'd been pushed onto relatives who couldn't cope with them. And so the idea of the Happy House was born.
Hello, I'm Evans. I'll tell you how about my day at the Happy House. Here we are about 106 kids, and we have different ages. We have some like we have small babies and the small kids sleep downstairs while the big ones sleep upstairs. And the biggest kid is 17 years and the smallest like 1.5 years.
Mwende njoni hapa, hamtaki kuona video.
We started to build in 2008. We hadn't got the money to continue. We had some money, but we thought, well, let's start because there's been some post-election problems and this community was out of work because they rely on tourism and there was no tourists. So we decided if we started to build, we'd been given a piece of land, 4 acres of land, by an elderly local gentleman who kindly leased the land to us for 99 years. So we started to clear, and 46 people started work on that Monday morning clearing this land. So 46 people had the money to put food on their own tables. So we continued on, and I was lucky really because something always seemed to happen. We'd just get down to the last £2,000 or £3,000 and the letters I'd sent out, or I used to send videos and leaflets to companies, to trusts, to foundations, anywhere that I thought would help us with money. And something always turned up at the 11th hour, shall we say, and money came and we could continue on. And we did continue on. We never had to stop building until the Happy House was born. We opened in March 2010, and with just a few children that came home in the initial stages. And over the years, we've gradually built up till we've been open now over 5 years. We've got 108 children living here at home. It's not been an easy road. I can't say it has. I can't. I'm always saying I'm going to write a book and I'm going to call it The Road to the Happy House. But time is my biggest thing. I don't have the time to sit and write. But it's been a road of love, laughter and tears. There's every emotion possible that could go into that book. The love of my husband, how he's loved me, how he's looked after me, and he really has been the wind beneath my wings, truly. The love of the children, how they come here, frightened, trembling, nervous little people, and how we turn their lives around. It's amazing how quick we can. We've got a very caring social worker who the children call Uncle Billy. And he really turns these little lives around in a short space of time. We get them into school as soon as possible, dressed the same as all the other kids in uniform. And we call it weaving the Happy House magic.
Doom Gelinda, 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 Musamina Bumbilia Sanda, Kubingwa Bingwa Kama Mimripinda, Nazura yangu imeharibika, kwangu ni zako za kila siku Musa. Doom Gelinda, Doom Gelinda, Doom Gelinda, Doom Gelinda, Doom Welidusa uliporia Ilidu na vyanzuri suraya haikuwa dola Atamu Gelinda, Doom 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 Welidusa uliporia
We leave at home for school by 6:15, and by 6:30 we are there, and come back home from school at 4:30. At school, we have quite a number of teachers and pupils. We learn different subjects. We have maths, English, science, social and CRE, and also Kiswahili. The lesson takes 35 minutes before it ends. In the afternoon, we have only 2 lessons before we break for games or quizzes. Sometimes we go for exchange programs to other schools, and we learn a lot from them. We might be competing about quizzes. Maybe we are going there for science, and sometimes we even go for debates to other schools or mjadala.
Amepona kabisa. Lasha. Amepata shikeli. Lasha. Ameaga dunia. Lasha. Hiyo mgonjwa sana.
Amepata shikeli teacher.
Kuna kitu
sana. Yu mgonjwa
sana.
Yu mgonjwa sana.
Lazima kukuwa na sana. Nikisema unachungulia kaburi, unamaanisha nini?
At school we have 4 classes for the nursery section and 8 classes for the upper primary section.
You are going to be happy, you are going to have a happy life if you are going to live by the commandment of God. You will obey them. And another thing, that God will bless you. While we are here, we want to make our future to be bright, isn't it? Yes. That is why we are here. So if you are going to live by the commandment of God, you do what we are being reminded today. Even God is going to bless our work, and the work here, it is academic. You are going to prosper at your primary level, you go to secondary, at the same you excel, and you go to university, and your future will be bright. And it says that the work of your hand will be blessed so that it can be able to provide for your needs.
Good morning, children, children. Good morning, children, children. Good morning, children, children. I'm happy to see you today. Good morning, teacher, teacher. Good morning, teacher, teacher. Good morning, teacher, teacher. I'm happy to see you today. Bye-bye. Wait, Chester. Let's do another one. So, can you do my work, please? Okay, and stop using your fingers like that. What is this, Sophie? It's a church. Go and take a trial. Kala, you have not finished. Good, very good. Very good.
Yes, I want now somebody to show me number 4. Number 4. Amani, show us number 4 on the board. Yes, very good. good. That is number? 4. Number? 4. Very good. Clap for him first. Well done. We have 7 days in a week.
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 Sunday,
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 Monday,
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 Tuesday,
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 Wednesday,
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 Thursday,
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 Friday,
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 Saturday,
Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday.
And I want somebody to try. I want somebody to try to do that sound. Who will do that sound for us? Just raise up your hand like this. And I tell you. Who will do for us?
Me, teacher.
Look at her as she's doing the work on the blackboard. And I just sit properly and drop the belly and she's doing the sound.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Is she correct?
Yeah.
Let us give her a cheer. Asante sana.
Asante sana kwa kazi yako nzuri sana mtoto wewe.
Asante. Asante. Very good, Terry.
Happy House it's got the right name because it is a happy house. These children are happy. When you see children running around and then they're skipping or they're jumping, just going from one place to the other, you can tell they're happy kids. You really can tell they're happy kids. And they're happy with each other. We're bringing them up as a family, as brothers and sisters. Some are brothers and sisters. Some are tied by blood and the others are tied by love. They do love each other, they do care for each other, and they do look out for each other. The older ones look after the little ones, and it really is a very loving, caring, happy family. The tears, there's been tears, mostly mine. People who I thought I could trust over the years. There was it was very hurtful when we were betrayed by a person who we'd really trusted. But then you have to get over these things, you have to get on with life. We had so much love around us, we couldn't look back with sorrow. We have to look forward, because as these children grow, we also have to grow. We have to move forward with them. They're not just growing in size, but they're growing in numbers. So that's where it's been a bit of a bumpy road, but the love of the children really outweigh anything. My own health, I've broke 10 bones in 5 years. I've had some falls where I broke an arm in 3 places, broke my hip, had to have it replaced. And then that was in July 10. In March 12, I went to England on a 10-day trip and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So that 10-day trip took me 18 months to get home to my children. Oh, and they miss me so much. They miss me and Papa. Because we are Mama and Papa to these children, a lot of them. We're the only parents they'll ever know. So when I didn't come back, the children were upset, they were down, they said the house was very quiet. And we just said, Uncle Billy had to say to them, well, Mama and Papa have to fundraise, they're looking for money in the UK for the Happy House. Well, one day there was about 40 of them pushed their way into Uncle Billy's office, demanding to know where I was. Really demanding. Billy said it was a bit nerve-wracking, really. They'd so got themselves together. And he said, well, you know Mama's in the UK. No, you took Mama to the airport and you haven't brought her back. Where is she? Where's our Mama? So with that, we talked it over on the phone and we decided that Skype was the answer. So once they could see Dave and I, they settled, because we could say, oh yes, we're fine, we're looking for money and we'll be back, don't worry, we're coming back, don't think we've left you, we haven't left you, we are coming back. And it turned them back round, they were happier then. One of our little boys, Massimiliano, he said, Papa Dave, you stay in the UK and look for money and send our Mama home. Obviously it was Mama that was keeping Papa Dave in the UK. But we got over all that. My Dave was amazing. We laughed together and we cried together. But we got through it because I needed to get back to be with the children. I've got such a job to do here. We came back in September 2014 to a rousing welcome of 200 at the airport. All the children came, all the babies, the aunties, the staff, the teachers, everybody came to the airport to welcome Mama and Papa home. And again, there was so much laughter, and again, the tears were mine. We carried on, we got life back on the track, we had celebrated Christmas, and then in May 2014, I fell in my kitchen at home and broke my leg in 5 places. So, anyway, we've got over that one. It had to be pinned and plated, and I went back to England for checkups, and I'm fine now, I'm fine, I'm really good. But it's not all bad, you know, when you can't walk much, especially here, with all these little healthy legs that will run around for Mama. If Mama wants a cup of tea, somebody will go and call for one, and whatever I wanted, they were kids, oh, they did look after me. They still do. Every day they look after me, which is lovely. That's the love of the Happy House, and that's where it overrides what petty things people do, stupid remarks that are made. There's so much love and laughter inside this house that it's brilliant. I love it. And I thank God I've got it to do. I thank God I was put in the wrong place. Whichever clerk at Thomas Cook's booked me into the wrong hotel, thank you very much. You've changed my life and the lives of children.
It's a highway.
Before I come out of the Happy House, at home I had a lot of difficulties and challenges. Sometimes I did not go to school because there was no school fees. And sometimes I could even go to the field to go and graze the animals, while others are in school, and I could not do anything because now my parents had to take care of me, and I was just small, so couldn't work, just earn my money so that I can pay school fees. So, but now have this great chance that I've been given by Mama and Papa. Just thank them for the great job that they're doing, and I'll work hard so that I can achieve my goals, help my community, hope proceed well. Thank you.
Hello, Evans.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine,
You
thank
come
you.
to see us. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
What can I do for you now, Evans?
I have just come here. You tell me something about how you work as a social worker.
Thank you very much. I remember we've had this discussion in the beginning and you're very interested.
Yeah.
I'm glad you want to do it. It's a rewarding course, and you go to a college or the university to study the social sciences, because mostly it's something to deal with mental processes of people, and much more about a bit of health, community health, and basically it's a social science that will be finding them in modules that will help you now to deal with the community, children, whoever it is, and most important, psychology, where it captures all the mental processes of those you are going to work with. Thank you. Have I answered you?
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Okay.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
We had to build a nursery school here at Happy House for the children, because most of the initial children were little people. So we got the nursery school up and running, and then as other children came home, we needed a primary school, which is classes 1 to 8. So we started with classes 1, 2, 3. As the children grew, as more children came of different ages, we increased the classes. We built on top of the Happy House, where we extended it onto the front of the building so that we could have the classrooms. But now as circumstances and situations change, rules and regulations in Kenya change, it was decided that children in children's homes should not go to school in the same place. So we'd had some land bought by 2 girls who were volunteers here, and they had a lovely fundraising dinner and raised enough money for us to buy an acre of land, which is just up the lane, 5 minutes walk from Happy House. So we decided we would build there. We put the primary school there, and we put the nursery school there. And the kids love it, because they love going out that gate and going to school every day, which is as it should be, really. Instead of just going upstairs to school or going around the other side of the building, they now go out to school, bags on their backs, smart school uniform, and they are happy. But as for Mama, I've got an empty nest syndrome. I says to Uncle Billy, go on out with your net and catch me some babies, because we've nobody at home all day and it's so quiet. But we're only 5 minutes up the road, and we go up to see them and we go for meetings, and so it's just Mama missing the kids.
Here it's where the clothes are hung after being washed. We have the hanging lines here, and we have so many clothes here, different kids. So it's hard after washing them. It's very hard sorting them out. So we have to call. Sometimes the aunties mix the clothes maybe the boys' clothes with the girls' side, because might be very hard to know whose clothes and whom they belong to. But we just do it. After they are washed, we take our clothes, we fold them, we put them in lockers and oh,
Due to the empty classrooms that were classrooms now, we're turning them into bedrooms, because over this last month we've had about at least 20 children come home to us. A family of 5 sisters came in a day. So we do need the space, we do need the room, because one of my sayings is there will always be room for another, and there will. How are we ever going to turn any child away? But we have got a bit congested downstairs, so we are now spreading upstairs and through these classrooms. We're having beds made, curtains made, and the kids are excited because we're going to make what was the school into our girls section. So in time we can put 42 girls in there, and now we will have spare beds. So if any 5 sisters do come home again one afternoon, they will already have a bed. We won't be trying to move round. So that's great. We've had a bathroom put in, and it's really good. The girls are so excited, sorting all the lockers out, ready for the move.
Almost heaven, that is Kenya, Savannah Mountain and the Mara River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Back in Kenya, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads.
So there's many reasons, as I mentioned before, why children come to Happy House, but sometimes children just come for a short space of time. We sort of be a bridge over troubled waters. We had a mum who had 2 little boys and she was very sick. She's got AIDS, which can be controlled very well with proper diet and the proper medication. And there's a brilliant clinic here in the village that really does help the victims. But she'd gone off a bit, she'd gone off the rail, she was weak, she wasn't taking her medication as she should, and she couldn't look after her little boys. So the people who counsel her and who work at the clinic they rang Uncle Billy, could we take the children on a temporary basis? Yes, of course. So we took these 2 lovely little boys in. They got her back on track, they counselled her, got her on the medicine again. And she got herself a job making sandals, and so now our little boys have gone home again, which is brilliant. We just bridged that gap. There was another little girl who only lived with her dad, and they needed our support just for a temporary basis. So she now has gone back. But she comes here to school every day, which is lovely, because she'd made friends with all the other children, and she wanted then to stay at Happy House School. So that's nice. That's where the family element of all this comes in. Oh, hi Evans, will you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Will you go down in the garden and see what veggies Uncle Alex has got ready, because we've had to change the menu for tonight.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
Okay. Hi Harry. You okay?
Yes.
What did you do at school today? Where's my kiss today? Where's Mama's kiss? Have you forgotten Mama's kiss? Delicious. I love you, Harry. Good boy.
we are going to the garden. We have the menu has been changed, so we have to go there, look for some veggies. So let's go to the garden.
Hey guys, you alright?
Yeah.
You come down to have a look how your plot's doing?
Yeah.
Come on then, we'll go down into your garden and we'll check it all out, eh?
Yeah.
So we want all the bottom leaves, the ones like this, so it's near the bottom, okay?
Yeah.
The bigger leaves, and just break them slowly, just maybe 2 from each plant. So if you come down this side, Sifa, and you 2 come down this side, okay? Just the bottom ones, and then the young ones grow from the top then. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Evans, did Mama say how many kilos she wanted?
Yeah, she said she wanted about 1.5.
You look like a bride coming up with the flowers. Oh, you've learnt a lot then about manure then, in your gardening club, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. See, when the leaves have gone brown, they just go rotten. So the better, once they're on the ground, to be picked as soon as possible. Because when they get wet, that's no good, you see. We'll go and see if the kitchen's happy with what we've collected, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
As I've said, it has been a long road and it has been a bumpy road, but it's been filled with a lot of love, especially with my husband and myself. We love each other so much and we feel as though we've come so far on our journey through life together. There's lots of things, how we were brought up so differently, but how we've meshed together and meshed with the lives of these children. Because my Dave was one of 11, lived in a very happy house with a lovely mum, and I was more of a lonely child. So we brought it together with our love, for the love of each other, and then with the love of the children. That's the main ingredient here, is love, true love. And the children, they love us and we love them. It's brilliant. There's lots of laughter, we have parties, we dance, we sing. We showed them a DVD of them all when they were little, and when some of them were babies. Oh, the house was laughing, everybody was laughing. It was a lovely couple of hours together. And the tears, well, tears pass, tears dry on your cheeks. They have to. They have to. The health problem, yes, it's been major health problems, but we've got over it. You know, you think positive. I'll be having chemo in one arm and on the laptop with the other. We had to keep going because we've got a growing family.
And mine is Kenya, so warm and wild and free. You will always stay with me here in my heart. My land is Kenya, right from the highlands to the sea. You will always stay with me here in my heart, here in my heart.
I'm putting hope in the hearts of children, and it's a very special job. We want to take these children forward in life to be strong, independent people with a good education, because education is the road out of poverty for these children. I feel that by coming here to Kenya, I've made a difference to the lives of these children. Can you? Can you help us to help even more children? Please.